Hey guys, what's up? It's Colton, Lindsay coming at you live inside of the Fearless Agent Facebook group on the Fearless Agent Live. What if you could know the exact 5 key steps to sign more listing contracts? See, having a fearless listing presentation is key in order to become an above average real estate agent. One of the things that we talk about is how can you actually eliminate all the competition, because you are the competition, and it comes from having a fearless agent listing presentation. I want to go with you those 5 key components right now. So if you guys are watching, put an L in the comments, or if you're watching the replay, drop an R so I can get that feedback. Also, make sure to put in the comments below where you're from. I'd love to get to know you even more, and feel free to ask me any questions along the way. So here we go. Step number 1. The first step in order to be fearless in your listing presentation is you got to have a solid introduction. And what's powerful about a solid introduction is it's this phrase that when you say it, it lights up the conversation. It puts you from just being casual to going into go mode, fearless agent mode, and following the context of the presentation. Write the word context in the comments below, put it on your notebook. Understand that what's powerful about a fearless agent listing presentation is the context, the flow of conversation. Okay? If you can go step by step with the flow of conversation, you'll lead them right down the path. And these 5 key steps are what's going to help you get there. So number 1 is have a powerful introduction. And what that sounds like is, hey, thanks Mr. Seller for having me over today. I'm excited about the opportunity to list your house on the market. More importantly, sell your house. And that really is the goal, isn't it? And what you want to do is start getting them with a yes, right? And then you're going to move into, oh, by the way, how familiar are you with something called an expired list? So the expired list is really powerful, okay? Because this helps set up the context that not everyone succeeds at not selling their house, but choosing the right agent in which to do business with, okay? So you go through the expired intro, and then you move into what's called the preview of coming attractions. Now, this is all part of your introduction, right? The preview of coming attractions is where you talk about what you're going to talk about. So first off, I'm going to ask you for a few questions. More important, the house is you and your plans and how I can help. Fair enough? Next is, and then you go through those sections of the preview of coming attractions to share with them what it is you're going to discuss. So that's step 1, is the introduction. Step 2 is the most powerful part. And I said this in the comments above. Step 2 and step 4 are where the money is made. How would you like to make even more money when it comes to your real estate sales business? Well, this is the part. If there's one part that I recommend that you first get great at, it's the step 2, and the next part would be step 4. So step 2 is this. It's get amazing at asking great questions. Okay? And there's really 2 parts to these questions. The first is, what do they expect from you? The second is, what are their expectations in their shift? Why do they even want to sell the house, right? Now, if you go through, it's the art of spin selling, and it's the fear of loss questions that we teach inside of Fearless Agents, so you can stack problems, right? If you stack their problems high enough, guess what? That commission, it comes like this. So their problems outweigh the commissions. Am I starting to make even more sense in the power of asking questions? Drop a yes in the comments below, or a no if you're not getting it, so I can explain it even further, right? So when we look at asking questions, we want to ask powerful questions that make them sell themselves on us, right? If you get great at asking questions, they're going to sell you on why you're amazing, and they're going to sell you on why the other guy sucks. That's the whole purpose of these questions. And if you do this part like a rock star, you could mess up the rest of the presentation and still get the contract signed at a full heaven %. So step number 2 is the fear of loss questions, asking the powerful motivation questions on what they expect from you so that you can overpromise and overdeliver. And then the second part is what they are trying to achieve, so you can promise that you can get that done as well. You following me? Give me some thumbs up if you're still with me. Hang on, because the 4th one's going to be powerful. But let's go into the 3rd one. The 3rd one is where we actually tell them all the stuff we're not going to do. This is the presentation part where we go through the classified advertisement, the open house, the blah, 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 blah. And the purpose of this is to simply lay out and be completely truthful and honest with them that we are going to do things, but it's for our benefit as realtors, not for yours as the seller. I'm not going to lie to you, Mr. Seller, like every other realtor about an 87-point action plan that doesn't do anything to sell your house, but it makes me more money. I'm going to be completely upfront with you. I honor and respect the opportunity to do an open house, and in fact, it will make me more money. However, less than 1% of the homes actually sell from this. Now, let me just make a pause on the open house statement. If you want to do open houses, this is the part of the presentation where you sell them on doing open houses. If you don't want to do open houses like I don't want to do them, I sell them like this. Hey, listen, now I appreciate the opportunity to do an open house. And if it were my house, if I were selling my own house right now, I would never do an open house. I don't want people coming through my doors unless they got the one thing that sells my house, and that's the money. And I think you would completely agree with me on this, yes? And so most people don't want to do an open house. So you've got to really sell them on which direction you want to go inside of this section. So that's step 3 is to tell them all the stuff that you're not going to do, basically. And if there's something you really, really want to do, like an open house, sell them on why it's a good idea. Step number 4, this is the second most important part of your presentation. This is the pricing strategy. This is where you get them to price the home in such a way that they're going to reduce the price every 2 weeks, adjust that price down to where we can generate multiple offers, right? Once we get multiple offers, we can jack it up as high as possible and put the most money in the seller's pocket. And yes, that is the goal. Give me some thumbs up if not only do you want to get a listing contract signed, but you want to over-deliver and get them more money than anyone else out there. I would say that's the number one challenge that all realtors have today, is they are not confident in their ability to deliver on what they're promising to their customers. So go into it with that attitude that yes, I am the best choice. I am the best decision. I'm a fearless agent. And this pricing strategy is going to deliver on that. So the step 4 that you got to really get great at is the pricing strategy, because the fearless agent pricing strategy is 100% completely different than anything else out there that any other coaches and trainers and mentors are teaching today. Now, for those of you that are already fearless agents, please drop a 100 in the comments just to confirm that, because you guys are starting to see the power of the presentation. You guys let us to know how many of these heaven percent listing contracts you're signing. Now remember, the goal is to increase your revenue as well, right? Not increase your workload. So if you could do fewer deals and get paid more money at a 33% increase, would you be okay with that? How would you like to be able to apply that to your business where you're making more money and working less? Give me some thumbs up if you're on board with that. Now, the 5th and final part of the presentation, which I believe wraps it all together, that's the ability to present your listing contract in such a way that they're excited to take the pen from you. Check this out. Take the pen from you and put it to the paper. I would say this is the place where I stalled the most. I got great at the questions. I got great at the pricing strategy. And guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to ask them to sign the contract. So just because you're giving a fearless agent listing presentation doesn't mean you have to forget this important step. It's very unlikely that anyone is going to actually just pick up a pen and start signing without you offering it to them, right? They're not going to reach into my pocket and rip it out. I've got to pull it out of my pocket and say, in a nutshell, this is my philosophy to get you absolute top dollars. This is definitely what you're looking for? It is? Great. First step is to get moving there is we need to just right here. And I literally will hand them the pen. I say, hold this for me for a second. They'll grab the pen. I've already got it popped up. And I'll say, right here's where I need you to initial so we can start getting you on your way to Phoenix. And that's really what the goal is. Get you to Phoenix with a lot of money. Yes? And then they start signing the paperwork. So the 5th part, which is still extremely powerful, and don't forget to do it, I would say it's the newer agents or the less experienced agents or those agents with the less confidence that don't do this. And that's be able to present the listing contract with power, with fearlessness, and to be able to ask them to get the listing contract signed. If you do that, they will naturally sign it because you've stacked up the other 4 steps. But don't stay on third base and end the inning. You got to go all the way home. You got to ask them for the listing contract. Thanks for being here, guys, for being a part of Fearless Agent Nation. If this was beneficial for you, put a yes in the comments below and give me some thumbs up and some reactions. If you're not already a part of Fearless Agent, go to fearlessagent.com and get signed up immediately. Reach out to myself or Bob Leffler if you have any questions. If you're watching this live, put an L in the comments. If you were a replayer, make sure to drop an R. Also, if you're on my YouTube or my podcast, subscribe now, turn on the notifications inside of your mobile device. Turn those on either on YouTube or right here on Facebook Live so that you get all of these upcoming videos, and make sure to like, comment, and share. All right, we'll see you later, guys. I've spoken with a lot of key people inside the EXP company. What I really became aware of, and I think there might even be a sense of this in EXP, is that there's a division in maybe even the vision of